Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
The Old Bodo Students' Union has once again given a fresh call for agitation against the anomalies in the Bodo Autonomous Council. Northeast File examines the Bodo issue 2.5 years after the accord has been signed.
With the call for a fresh agitation from 26th October by the All Bodo Students Union, ABSU President Swamla Basumatari, the state of Assam, particularly the Bodo inhabited areas, once again face political uncertainty and the danger of social upheaval. The agitation is for the full implementation of the Bodo Accord, particularly the land demarcation of the Bodoland Autonomous Council, BAC. In a booklet, Bodo Accord on the Way to Failure, the ABSU expressed the hope that the Bodo Accord will be implemented in full. Failure to do so will compel the ABSU to demand for a separate state. The Bodo problem is a consequence of a deep-rooted sense of insecurity and resentment, some real, some projected.
This not implementation of the accord, it is seen. Earlier we demanded a separate state of Bodoland. Observing the attitude of the government, it is seen that the not implementation properly to this area. That means not interested development of this area. Now we are thinking this line that the board government, I think they are thinking that that is not part of the Assam, that is separate from the Assam. They are thinking this line. So if this continue, no, if the implementation will not do properly by the government, then we'll compel again, go to the original point, that's a separate state of the Bodoland. This ABSU and the Bodo people will compel to launch again the separate state of the Bodo.
Actually, according to our Bodoland Accord, those villages having more than 50% should be handed over to the Bodo Autonomous Council. But for the compactness of the area, we should also hand over those villages having less than 50%. So under this agreement, we agreed to give them about 2,000 villages. The NC is for 3,000. But we said that these 550 villages are outside the complex area. Moreover, as per Government of India's instruction, we couldn't hand over those villages with international border. This is why dispute arose. Then the chief of the Bodo Autonomous Council resigned. But his deputy supported us. His deputy majority members of the Bodo Autonomous Council supported our stand. So we had newly constituted the body. Then these people became out of power. So necessarily they want power back again. So this is the point only.
The partial implementation of the Bodo Accord, signed on 20th February by the representatives of the Bodo leadership and the state government, and the infighting among the Bodo leadership are the two most important areas to be looked into for a key to understanding the increase in violence.
They might have been instigated by other forces working in the state of Assam, which is deadly against the interest of the solutions of our problems. That is the problems of the problems being faced by the people of this area. They are politically motivated, rightly. They have been in doubt that the elections are being held for BC area. So they might be so much antagonized. The full implementation of the BC or the BODO Accord also will not satisfy them, since this organization, the banned organization, just denounced the accord itself.
The Assam government, by a notification, brought 2,750 villages under the BAC. This was rejected by the Bodo leadership, who demanded an additional 515 more villages. The Assam government has recently added 112 more villages to the BAC. The recent spurt of violence in the Bodo areas of Assam needs to be viewed with concern and seriousness. Fresh efforts and retrospection is required to once again bring peace to the long-suffering people of this area.
State government, actually the central government should initiate the steps for bringing the peace, normalcy amongst all sections of the people and to stop all these criminal activities.
You have greater faith in central government if they want to.
Since the central government assured we people times and again to implement the BODO Accord, and central government is one of the part and parcel of the BODO Accord. So we believe in the central government now.
Now you see in this condition of this area, the economic condition, the educational problem, very pathetic. So we wanted to develop of this area, we want to develop people of this area.
On the 16th of this month, the Guwahati Lumding broad gauge line was dedicated to the nation. Northeast File reports the event, taking a nostalgic trip to the rumbling past of the railways in the region.
At a function held at Dimapur on the 16th of this month, the Northeast Frontier Railway dedicated to the nation the Dimapur-Lumding broad gauge under Project Unigate scheme. The Chief Minister of Assam, Hiteshwar Saikia, Chief Minister of Nagaland, S.C. Jamir, along with Union Minister for Railways, Suresh Kalmari, and Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs, Matang Singh were present. It was also announced on the occasion that a divisional headquarters will be set up at Rangia. Although the smallest zone on the Indian railway network, the Northeast Frontier Railway caters to as many as 10 states. It includes the 7 states of the Northeast and West Bengal, Bihar and Sikkim. It is also the railway head for neighboring countries like Nepal and Bhutan and provides interchange facilities with Bangladesh Railways.
Modernization of the railways is an important task, and we have, under the leadership of our dynamic Prime Minister Shri Narsimha Rao, embarked on a unigauge program in which in the last 3 years, against a target of 3,600 kilometers, we have completed 4,700 kilometers, and we are going about in a very big manner. The concentration would be on the Northeast in the future.
I am sure they will take immediate action, and by the turn of the century, the Northeast shall not have an inch of outdated and overraised meter bed.
Dimapur was seen as the springboard of your plans to conquer the plains of India.
The project is progressing satisfactorily in the Northeastern region. The first phase of this work between Guwahati, Lumding and Chaparmukh, Evergreen has already been completed within the target zone.
Though the history of railways in the northeastern parts of India dates back to 30th July 1881 with the incorporation of Assam Railway and Trading Company, the first line was completed in phases between 1881 and 1884. To eliminate the shortcomings from the narrow gauge and meter gauge, the Indian Railways decided to launch the countrywide Project Unigauge in 1992. In this Project Unigauge, special importance was given to the northeastern region. Conversion of track will cost the exchequer 6.5 million rupees. The first phase of 181 kilometers Guwahati-Lumding line was commissioned in April 1994 at the cost of 150 crore rupees. The 69 kilometers conversion work on the Lumding-Dimapur section formed the first part of the second phase. It was completed on 8th of June this year at a cost of 60 crore rupees. As a result, broad gauge trains are now running up to Dimapur in Nagaland. However, the state of Nagaland, with low infrastructural development, needs to work in this direction if the benefit of conversion is to be capitalized fully. The target for the remaining portion of the project in Assam are Dimapur Furkating 70 km by 31st December 95, Furkating Mariani 40 km 30th September 1996, Mariani Tinsukia 156 km 31st December 1996, Tinsukia Lido Lekhapani 60 km by 31st December 1996, Tinsukia Dibrugarh 48 km by 31st March 1997, Simalguri Maranhat 54 km 31st March 1997, Furkating Jorhat Mariani 74 km 30th July 1997. It is expected that the completion of Project Unigauge in the northeast will vastly improve the quality of life of the people.
One will be a movement of goods. Earlier, we were depending on meter gauge. Now, movement of essential commodities will be very much improved. That is one. Secondly, passengers. Now, air travel has become so costly, expensive. People will definitely now avail of this broad gauge, which will have direct connection with the rest of the world.
I think it will help the Northeast people, and we will try to bring some NRIs to our region.
This NRIs for what?
To set up the industry in Northeast states.
So in order to facilitate this, we have even decided to have a new industrial policy whereby we can allow outsiders to undertake industrial venture. That is one. Secondly, we have also asked Government of India to relax this RAB. So unless these restrictions are lifted, we'll come. So this we have to have a multi-pronged approach to this, and then we are doing on this.
On Sundays, people in large numbers come to seek a session with him. He is a renowned mantra therapist who has cured ailments ranging from simple pains to mental retardation. Who is he?
Every morning, the huge iron gates of Rajnivas bring people into its threshold with their usual humdrum of activities, petitions, representations, submissions of memorandum, and so on and so forth. But come Sunday, the profile of the people undergoes a tremendous change. As earlier, they come with the hope of meeting the governor, Dr. Lokanath Misra. This time with a difference. As patients. Patients from all walks of life and from all parts of India turn up on Sundays at the Raj Bhavan for free treatment. The ailments range from different kinds of aches to mental diseases and retardation. Without any hope, they come to him as a last resort.
What is the problem with him?
Most of the patients have felt instant relief. An explanation seems remote, but Dr. Lokanath Misra believes that it is the faith that matters.
Mix 6 bottles of water with this, make it 7, and let him splash into the eye. Both eyes, if you can. Both eyes, 5-6 times a day. But whenever you splash, make it 7 splashes into the eye. And take at least 2 cupfuls every day.
This water?
Yeah, this water. And keep on mixing as much water as you consume every day, so that it remains full. for a month continuous. जल्दी ठीक होगा. आगे पीछे करिए काम. तेल तुम लोग.
आपको कुछ फ़ायदा हुआ?
हाँ, बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ.
और आपको कोई दवाई भी दी है?
हाँ, साहब ने तेल पढ़ कर दिया और साहब ने बताया कि इसको 8-7 दिन मालिश करोगे बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो जाएगा. तेल एकदम लगाते रहोगे तो आपके पैर का दर्द बिल्कुल नहीं रहेगा.
Over 70 years old, Dr. Misra's has been an active life, a film actor, and the co-editor of the film magazine Chitralekha. He has been active in politics in various capacities.
A leaf, which if given as a talisman, would completely stop piles. There is a mantra for that.
At present, while taking care of the governor's job, he is also involved in research on mantras and their efficacy in different fields and diseases. In the process, he has acquired thousands of mantras in various languages, including Arabic, Persian, and other Indian languages. A healer with 80% success rate, Dr. Misra cannot help taking a dig at the scientists and their methods.
The potentization is a system which is not known to everybody. That has to be learned from a guru. And once you know how to potentize, the mantra gets its own energy. The word carries great energy. Supposing I call you by your name. There is a crowd of 20 people. Nobody else would respond except you, because I know your name. That is how, if I know the disease, if I am able to diagnose the disease, then I apply a particular mantra.
He's suffering from epilepsy and mental retardation. And I heard a great deal about the governor, Mr. Alan Misra, who's a renowned mantrologist. And I heard about him from one of my very senior officers who advised me to see him. He came this morning all the way from there and met the governor. And in front of us, he tried to, or he spoke some mantras and tried to make him walk. He was feeling pain earlier. And as he reports, though he's slightly handicapped, that he's not having the pain now.
If I can prove in 80% out of 100, 80 out of 100 patients, that this factor works, while other schools of medicine may not have been as effective as this, then naturally the patients get convinced. I don't have to convince the scientists as much as the patients. I take great interest in giving solace to people. If the patient who comes with a great amount of pain, if he goes back without pain, then I take it as a great blessing of the divine.
The Kamakhya temple atop the Nilachal hills overlooks the entire Guwahati city. An ancient temple, the site for the annual Ambubachi Mela, is our destination this week.
The gateway to Northeast is known for its abundant gift of nature, the different colorful ethnic and tribal groups inhabiting the place, and for its varied and rich culture and religious faiths. Kamakhya temple in Guwahati stands atop the Nilachal hill or Blue Mountain overlooking the entire city. It is said that the mountain turned blue when the daughter of King Daksha and consort of Lord Shiva, goddess Sati's yoni, genital organs, fell on it. Legend has it that once King Daksha organized a yagya, a religious rite involving sacrifice to the fire god or Agni Devta, and invited everyone except Lord Shiva. On top of it, the king spoke ill of Lord Shiva. Angered by these acts, the goddess Sati jumped into the yagya fire and immolated herself. Furious and distraught, Lord Shiva set out to avenge his beloved, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Realizing that the only way to calm Shiva is to destroy the dead body of the goddess mother, Lord Brahma cut up the body with his Sudarshan Chakra, Lord Brahma's weapon for destruction, and scattered it at different places. All the 51 spots where the pieces fell came to be venerated and became places of worship. This Nilachal hill represents Lord Shiva himself, and the goddess is known as Kamakhya because this is the place where she used to visit Lord Shiva secretly to satisfy her kama desire. Kamakhya represents not only the grave but also a secret love tryst of the goddess. The Kamakhya temple in its present form was built by King Koch Narayan in the 10th century. The actual site of the temple is a cave. The Kamakhya temple is also India's foremost center of the Shakti or the Tantric cult. It is believed that the doctrine of Tantric Yoga, revealed to Shakti by Lord Shiva, is recorded in Nirvana Tantra by their son Lord Ganesha. Tantra Yoga has many beliefs, cults, and doctrines. It is one of the accepted paths of attaining moksha or deliverance. Its practitioners are believed to wield enormous supernatural powers which can both be used for evil and good purposes. Tantric gurus therefore choose their disciples with extreme care. Only a deserving few are imparted these potent powers. Another very important aspect of the Shakti or Mother Goddess worship is the concept of fertility, Mother Goddess as the progenitor of life. The Mother Goddess is also identified with the Mother Earth, which sustains life through its fertility. The Ambuvasi festival of the Kamakhya temple is a celebration of the fertility aspect of Ma Kamakhya or the Mother Goddess. The festival takes place in the month of Ashad, June-July. From the 7th day to the 10th day of the 3rd month of the lunar calendar, the temple remains closed. It is believed that during this period, the spring by the side of the deity turns red, a symbol of menstruation, a preparation for the progenition act. Tilling of land during this period is taboo. Mother Earth is also believed to be menstruating in preparation for the fertilizing act, a life-sustaining process. On the 12th day, the temple door is opened ceremonially. A big mela, the Ambuvasi Mela, is held inside the temple complex to mark the occasion. Tens of thousands of people from all over the country and also neighboring countries like Nepal and Bangladesh congregate at the Kamakhya temple to be a part of this Mela. The Kamakhya temple is a sacred place of pilgrimage to the devout, a revelation to the curious, and a very interesting destination to the pure and simple tourist. To the devout, it's a lifetime's dream come true of paying obeisance to Ma Kamakhya. To the curious, an opportunity to watch an important center of Shakti cult and the rituals associated with it at close quarters. Also, one can just take in the breathtaking panoramic view of the Brahmaputra and the Guwahati city from atop the Nilachal hill.
Destination information: Kamakhya, road link. Guwahati is well connected by road with rest of the country. Rail. Guwahati is well connected by rail. Air. Indian Airlines and private airlines regularly touch Guwahati Airport. Hotels. A large number of hotels are available at Guwahati. The State Tourist Department has many tourist lodges which offer boarding and lodging at nominal rates.